The Galaxy S6 is a big departure from the tried and tested formula Samsung was applying to every Galaxy S phone before it. The company made bold moves with the product inside out after the lukewarm public response to the Galaxy S5. So what's to like and dislike about the Galaxy S6? This is Rohan Narani from Pricebaba.com. Let's find out. If you look at the Galaxy S6 from up top, it may pass off as any other Samsung phone, thanks to the typical placements of the home button and the logo. But look at it from the sides or pick it up and you'll notice it's unlike any other Samsung phone you've seen. The interestingly designed aluminum bezels are wrapped on both sides by Gorilla Glass 4 that curve at the edges. The overall construction of the phone feels premium and the phone looks good. The volume and power buttons click really well. The phone's top was easy to reach single-handedly for somebody with large hands like me. It's reasonably sized when compared to competing products like the LG G4. It's pretty thin too and can be kept in front pockets without a lot of it popping out. The downside of the design is that the phone is slippery. Although you get a good grip on the phone thanks to the metal sides, it felt uncomfortable to keep the phone in pants with diagonal pocket openings, fearing that it will slide off. Also, the glass bag may be prone to scratches and fingerprints more than a plastic bag. Fortunately, neither are very visible on the white color model. The camera module at the back protrudes outward, but thanks to it being in the center, it doesn't make the phone wobble on a flat surface like the iPhone 6. As silly as it may sound, I actually found a bump to be useful while holding the phone. It's the only obstruction that your index finger can hold on to on this otherwise slippery back. Since I mentioned iPhone 6, let's address the elephant in the room. The Galaxy S6 looks similar to the iPhone 6, especially at the bottom. It is also because the Galaxy S6 is about the same size as an iPhone 6. There, I'm done. The phone's metal edges tend to get noticeably hot when the phone is performing a software update or trying to latch on to a poor network. The phone also heats up when using the fast charger that's in the box. It's not a deal breaker, but something that I thought I should let you know. The Galaxy S6 has a dazzling 5.1-inch Quad HD Super AMOLED display. It is wildly crisp at 577 ppi, and although Quad HD may seem like overkill, if you're a pixel density junkie, this is your ultimate fix. Since it's a Super AMOLED panel, colors are more vibrant and oversaturated when compared to an LCD display. The colors also tend to shift when you view it at angles. So it is not the most technically accurate display, but it is nonetheless a pleasure to view at for most folks. Below the screen is a home button that doubles up as a fingerprint reader. It works just like Apple's Touch ID. Just like Apple's Touch ID. The single speaker at the bottom is adequately loud for phone calls and listening to audio. The bundled earphones are well designed such that they didn't hurt the ear even after many hours, partly thanks due to the soft rubber covering on the earbuds, and they sound adequately satisfactory. The Galaxy S6 runs a never before seen toned down version of TouchWiz with Android 5.0 Lollipop underneath. Some unnecessary bloat features have either been removed or you can easily disable them, like S-Voice. Even that annoying whistle alert sound is nowhere to be seen. And the software is fast. The phone felt faster than a stock Android running Moto Turbo, which is quite an accomplishment. Possibly, other than the top of the line octa-core Exynos chip, 3 gigs of LPDDR4 RAM, it could also be the UFS 2.0 type of memory that's doing this, which offers SSD-like transfer speeds on smartphones. The Galaxy S6 has all the muscle that should keep most people happy today. People may hate TouchWiz for many reasons, but there are some useful things to like the ultra power saving mode, which essentially turns your Galaxy S6 into a Nokia Asha phone by switching all the battery hogging components and apps off. With 10% of battery, I was able to keep the phone alive for 5 hours, letting me attend some phone calls and WhatsApp messages in that time. There are some nice touches like the in-call menu to take quick notes, or how promotional SMSs don't have an unnecessary reply function. There is also the multi-window feature, but there hasn't yet been an instance where I felt the need to use it. Smart Stay is a good feature to enable when you're, say, booking a cab and want the screen to stay on till you're looking at it. The phone has an IR blaster on top, and although the built-in universal remote app isn't the best, apps like Animote let you virtually control many electronics like TVs, ACs right from your phone. Charging the phone doesn't take much time with the bundled 9-volt fast charger. The phone can go from 0 to 50% in 30 minutes. The Galaxy S6 also supports wireless charging, and using Samsung's charger, the phone charges at about half that speed. But it's a nice accessory if you spend most of your time at a desk so that you can effortlessly keep adding charge to your phone. These tricks, along with the ultra power saving mode that I mentioned before, are the saving grace for the Galaxy S6, which otherwise has mediocre battery life. It was expected that the Quad HD display, the powerful internals, coupled with the modest 2550 mAh battery will not last, and that is the truth. Typically, I get about 14 to 15 hours of active use with my multiple email accounts and services up and running. Sometimes you'll see battery percentages scarily drop as you're using it. It's not going to last you a full day or more like many phones with bigger batteries do, so the traveling folk will need to keep a power bank handy. The rear camera is a 16 megapixel sensor with a f1.9 aperture and optical image stabilization. The camera app has been largely simplified and can be turned on by double tapping the home button anywhere. It is reasonably fast, takes great shots in daylight and acceptable shots in the dark in auto mode. Focusing is fast, and the high resolution lets you crop portions of the image without losing much detail. Shooting at 16 megapixels means each image is going to be an average of 5 to 7 megabytes in size. The single LED flash at the back is really strong, and it is more yellow than white in color. A cool software trick while taking photos in complete darkness is that the LED flash fires when you tap to focus. So there's little chance of walking away with a blurry image after you hit the shutter button. Videos recorded on the Galaxy S6 turned out to be quite satisfactory as well. The front-facing 5 megapixel camera also does not sacrifice quality when it comes to taking selfies. The wide-angle lens is helpful when you're trying to fit many people into one single selfie. Also, since the phone is slippery, it's just easier to take a selfie by saying cheese loudly, which starts a 3-second timer. Oh, and you can also use the heart rate sensor as a shutter button. So, is the Galaxy S6 a worthy flagship Android phone? The only downsides for me were the relatively slippery body coupled with a potentially fragile back, which I have to be extra careful about. That and the mediocre battery life. Otherwise, the Galaxy S6 ticks many right boxes that make it a worthy smartphone to buy today. The current selling price of about 40,000 for the 32GB model isn't overly high, but the jump from 32GB to 64GB is at Apple ludicrous levels, and it needs to come down. Finally, with Android M bringing the official support to fingerprint readers, it will unlock the device's potential further by next year. This is Rohan Naravne for Pricebaba.com signing off. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and do share it with your friends. Subscribe to our channel to get more such videos right in your inbox. The phone looks good. Good. Each image is going to be image is going to be sabzi. And my washmans are Kashmiri. Sutter button. Since the Galaxy X